deliver in Cincinnati. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cincinnati Bengals. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready? 60 Pittsburgh. 80 weapons. Check. Hit it.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Recon, 132 fighter. Fire.
He'll drop to throw. He gets this to Davante Adams. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. Breaks the tackle, he's got room to run. And he'll be brought down, but a tip of the cap on the spin move as that gives him a first down. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the third down play. Now after the run by Bell, here's another 1st and 10.
Hey, Foxtrot.
They're going to look to throw. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. And early on, they're picking up right where they left off last week.
And I know a lot of coaches say each game is its own. You don't really have carryover. This feels like carryover. So much confidence from the previous game that they're using to their advantage now.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And no pitch there and no chance either as he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage.
And on this play, the read for the quarterback was the defensive end, and he was totally focused on the quarterback. He should have given it off inside to the running back. Instead, he kept it and ended up taking a loss on the play.
He's got Adams on the hookup. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Davante Adams. His 9th touchdown of the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Boswell good with the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. They'll run on first down. Swift, and he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
You draw Corker.
Here's 2nd and 8. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. O'Shane Ximines, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues.
Let's go.
And the Steelers now in the nickel here on third down.
4 down. Check. 5. Shoot.
Looking to throw. McCollum. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. The 30, 20, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Miles Boykin, touchdown number 22 on the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Even though they might not find the number 1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick. Because a lot of the time you serve notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. And if they can continue this streak, they could very well be that team and gain that confidence that they're seeking as they head to the playoffs.
And confidence, that's the word I would use from our meetings with them. They said we're playing our best football right now. It is showing. 2nd and 1. Throw left side complete. It's Jacobs.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Ready. 70, Indy. Let's go, defense is 61, match 5.
They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Two-jet bomber. Hey, rock it. Get it.
The setup to throw. He's going deep for... Oh, wide open, complete. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Marquise Brown with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the 2nd most in a single year. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes the score 14-7. The Bengals drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now a give, right side. Swift. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
And how about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield, and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that.
30 base. Hey, zoom.
He's tight right here. He's tight on the right.
Big River.
To throw on 3rd down. McCollum. Wide open receiver complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a first down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
This quarterback now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's first and 10.
X3, 218, chopper. Snap.
Back to throw. McCullough. This one complete to Calvin Harmon. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
We got four. We got four. Hey, check 24. Check 24.
6-6, pull it high.
On first down, Swift, and down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Here we go.
Looking to throw on second down. McCullough, quick hitter here, it's complete.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
They go play action here on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Looking to throw. McCullough into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. And out across midfield, down to the 45. That good for 22 and a first down.
Hey, check General West.
First down, Pittsburgh.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. It's caught by Quincy Enunwa. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. His throw incomplete. The intended receiver that time was Josh Jacobs, but it'll be second down. But prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game, you know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. Third down here. 4 minutes to play here in quarter number 2.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some.
Hey, high 7.
Here, 44 to Mike.
43.
He'll look to throw. They'll roll him out, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Frank Clark in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
And that's complete to Adams. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And the Bengals will get the football back.
70, Indy. Hey, Haywood.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Will Harris. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And his throw here's incomplete. Marquise Brown was the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Recon, 132 fighter. Check. Shoot.
Now Bell. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a 1st down.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run-blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big game.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh 1st. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. This is Bell. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Davante Adams, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Frank Clark in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. So from outside the red zone now after the sack, a long 3rd and goal. They'll drop the throw. Buying time to his left. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
And it appears to me that someone's defensive coordinator is jockeying for a raise. A sack on 2nd and goal, a sack on 3rd and goal, now brings up a decision on 4th down.
So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Yeah, right now, under 100 yards of total offense.
Hey, Echo. Snap.
Throwing on 1st down. McCollum. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Operating from the gun, McCullough. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
On the set. Hey, Delta, 61, matchbox lights.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Back to throw. McCullough. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to hit it.
Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he will perhaps get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And time has run out on this first half. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. The Bengals drive about to get going. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off around the 41. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a second and long. 2nd and 15. That's caught by Howard. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
Brendan, they didn't get everything they wanted out of that play, but the tight end did. And I don't mean it in a positive way. Great job of him holding on after absorbing that big hit.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. They'll set up a throw. And he finds his target. It's sharp. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a 1st and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now 1st and goal, expect them to tackle right here on this play.
And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Frank Clark, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. It's their quarterback scoring on the keeper from 6 yards out. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what, with those first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever, this was a big score to start the second half.
Here we go! 18 Gator.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
They'll run on first down. Swift, and he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line.
Right there.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. They'll keep it on the ground. Swift. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
On third down, McCullough. But it's brought in by Washington. First target, first catch, and a first down.
And the key number on that play, 3. Third play of the drive, third down, spectacular catch, turns into a first down.
First down saves him from a 3 and out. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Hey, Charlie.
Mike 20.
Looking to throw. McCullough. And his throw's going to be incomplete. James Washington was the intended target, and that'll bring up second down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Mike 20. Army. There we go, Mike 20.
Greystone, travel. Get it.
They'll keep it on the ground. Swift. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22.
Here we go.
They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right.
Go.
Off play action. McCullough. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And oh, look at that, a diving catch. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
Maximum effort, partner. Minimal gain.
Yeah, minimal gain. Looked good, though.
Ready.
Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is third down and 8.
Tight end right.
From the gun, McCullough. This is caught. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, and tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. From back at the 4, here's second and goal.
We got 4.
They'll keep it on the ground. Swift. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Bengals. They've got the football, but they trail here as we get rolling in quarter number 4. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. They'll try to run this one in. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. Defense didn't budge on third down. Now what are we going to see on fourth?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand.
Here we go.
I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
Hey. 61, matchbox lights.
Mike 20. Here we go, D. Check 26.
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
On the ready.
A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on fourth.
5, 2.
On fourth down, McCollum. And this is incomplete. They can't hook up here on the fourth down pass attempt. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop.
No surprise. They try to throw the ball on fourth down, but it gets batted down. They don't pick it up.
Well, a little football 101. When you're going toward that quarterback, you see he's going to start to throw. Get your hands up,
Get
right?
your hands up, affect the play, and then everyone get your hands up. When the ball gets to the receiver, moment of truth, knock it away.
Oh, and now some space to operate. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
He's going deep for Brown. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Throwing to start the drive. McCollum, Cleveland Farrell in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. The Bengals on third down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. Back to throw. McCollum. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
General West. Ready.
On 4th down, McCollum. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. So they decline the penalty. That seems a little odd.
I'm trying to work through it and work with them to figure out why.
Well, someone's got to be confused.
That's what I think. I'm pretty sure that the bench is saying take the penalty, and somehow in the heat of the moment, they thought they were saying decline the penalty, and that's going to work against them. They should have taken it.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now back to throw. And an alley to run. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. Second and 2. It's complete to Lockett. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Second and long. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Mack Wilson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Those INTs also. I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious. So you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
A loss of 2 there, second down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8. On second down now, Swift. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. To throw on third down, McCullough. And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 28. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. This will be caught by Brown. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. They'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They're going to look to throw. It's caught. Lockett. But he will be stopped behind the line as he will not come close to the marker. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And the Bengals will get the football back. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off around the 27. And that will write a finish to